Okay, we are going to hit up a full body day. We're going to have a little bit of everything, a little bit of weights, and then a little bit of plyometrics. So hopefully our heart rate is going to be, well, definitely our heart rate is going to be climbing a little bit. And then I'm going to have you, hopefully you have a roller handy or available or a tennis ball. And if not, just feel free to kind of stretch and get warmed up as we roll through the motions. I'll also let you know I'm going to try to be using my 30-pound dumbbells today for most everything. And then I also have a set of 12s. And then if you have available a chair, a bench, a box, something that you can use, we're going to be doing step ups and box jumps, or your alternate. So to start off though, grab your roller and we're going to take a seat on it. Got my little mini one here. And just start by rolling on those glutes. So if you've got a little one, you're going to go one side at a time. If you have a larger one, obviously you get both sides. Rolling is just so beneficial. And I figure if we incorporate it into our workouts, then more of us will possibly be doing it a little more often. On that same side, just let yourself roll down the hamstring. So if you don't have a roller, I would have you just lie on the ground on your back and pull the leg towards you, kind of stretching the hamstring. Have your toe kind of move in and out, even if you're stretching it. Just different rotations will get the muscle in different places. And then let's move to the other side. So just in case you either forgot or haven't heard me say it before, rolling is super good for kind of helping your fascia, which is what encases the muscle, stay flexible and hydrated and pliable. Otherwise, it gets stiff, and that's what can cause some joint stiffness, can bring on injury, and etc. So when we roll it, you're bringing more hydration. It's kind of like a self-massage, and giving your muscle a little bit more room to change shape. So now we're going to roll onto that hamstring, back and forth there. Get your breath going as well. Point your toe in, and then up, and then out. So what we have coming is called complex training. So it's where you put your muscles under weight, under resistance. Okay, and then let's just hit those calves real quick. And if you don't have the roller, you could turn over and hit a downward facing dog to stretch your calves. So complex training, you're going to put your muscles under weight, and then you're going to use those same muscles and incorporate and recruit them for a quick twitch or power type move. So plyometrics is basically jumping, quick movements, and generally no weight, no extra added weight resistance. So if you don't jump, and it's not very good for you and where you're at in your workout life right now, then you don't need to jump. Just get rid of your weight, and I'll give you the alternate for that. All right, let's go ahead and hit up our mat in a downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Drive those heels down to the ground, pedal the heels. And that roll felt good. Slide those shoulder blades down. Feel the belly engage. And then go ahead and drop onto your knees. We're going to go a couple cat-cow. Inhale, drive your chest forward. Drive into the hands. Create tension between your knees and hands. And then exhale and round. Go 3 more. Inhale, drive forward. Exhale and round. Inhale, drive forward. Exhale, round. Last one. All right. Go ahead and come on up. What we're going to do for our first set of work is a squat, so a weighted squat at 10 reps, and then a jump squat at 10 reps. So as I was saying, if you aren't going to be jumping. Still get rid of the weight. I would still like for your body to be outside of the weight, but have, there, I can see my head. You're going to have just still go through the motions, keeping your feet on the ground. All right, so I'm going to start off with my 30-pound weight, and I'm going to go through a goblet squat, so holding the weight up high. Make sure the toes are pretty much straight ahead. Dig into the heels and make the knees come out toward the pinky toe side of your foot. And we're going to drop and drive up through those heels. 2. So you want to try to find how you can get more flexion and more heat through the underneath side of those legs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You still want good posture in the back. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so get rid of your weight. If you jump, you're going to jump with me. If you don't jump, just hit up a body weight squat. Ready, set, 10, 9. Still having those knees line up with toes. 2, 1. All right, back to our squat. Grab your weight. Toes straight ahead, just outside your hips. Sit down. Try to get that full range. Make sure that your shoulders are staying above your hips. Sit under that weight. 3 to go. Really see if you can get those hips to push back and down. Last one. All right, jump squats or body weight squats to 10. Here we go. 8, 9, 10. All right, building that heat. Okay, back to our goblet squat. Last set. Set up your stance. Sit down. Envision that you have a band, one of those rubber bands, around your upper thigh. I'm trying to squeeze it apart, press it apart, using the outer edges of those thighs, your glutes. Last one. And then our jump squats. Keep that core strong. 8, 9, 10. All right, first round done. And we're going to move into a chest press and a burpee. So I know a lot of us, a burpee isn't really the best for. That's okay. We have alternates for that. So you start on the ground, elbows out wide for your chest press with the weight. I'm going to try to stick with my 30s at least for now, see how it goes. Your burpee, I'll show you a few different options. You can plant your hands, drop all the way down, elbows squeeze in, push up, come to the top, jump, or you can skip the push-up, squat thrust, or you can step back and reach up, step back, reach up. So just kind of work it like that, trying to get that movement through the shoulders and the core staying strong. Alrighty, first set, your choice. You can go into a glute bridge or not. Whew. I don't know if I've done 30s for a while. Okay. I really do want to challenge the weight in the weighted segment though. Elbows open wide. Keep your wrists out with the elbows. So as the elbows drop, make sure that those wrists drop there out wide as well. Keep the weights right over the chest. And even though we're pushing, getting into that the chest, I want your back to stay flexed, shoulder blades retracted to support the weight of those chest presses. 8, 9, and 10. As always, if your weights are lighter and you're working at a faster pace, just get extra reps. Get more reps than I do. Okay, whatever rendition of your burpee that you're going to do, if you are doing that lunge, kind of the lunge and reach, envision that you're taking your hands through thick air, right? Really contract through the core. Really feel like you have to build some heat to get those arms up overhead. Okay, 10 here. 1. Regardless, keep that core going strong. Trying not to worm in the back as you come up. 9, 10. Whew. All right, back down for our chest press. There's an element of going heavy, pushing weight and pace. Need more rest. That's not always a bad thing. Rest is good, facilitates a super healthy, focused, strong next set. That's what we're going for. All right, here we go. Set 2, make sure the neck stays out of it. Chest press, 1. You're in control. 5. It's good if you kind of have to breathe under it. 8, we're trying to find that challenge. 9, 10. Whew. Okay, back to your burpees or your alternate. Here we go. 10 reps. Definitely hitting my knees. I want to keep the core strong. So that tailbone tucked. If you are doing the push-up, I would challenge you, get your chest to drop all the way to the ground. 10. Whew. Man. Okay, last set. Gearing up, last round. Those chest press. All right. I'm gonna have to get a little mental, I think, for this set. Working with the breath. Coming right up over that chest. Staying strong through the core. 8. That's all I got. I'll pretend my next 2. 9. 10. All right. To failure. That's okay. I know I got all I could. All right, here we go. Last round burpees. Squat thrust. Or your lunge and reach. It's okay. We might be a little slower. Arms feel a little noodly. 5. 2 more. 10. Whew. All right. Next up, we have our step up and box jump. So I recently got a new box. Super fun. If you don't have access to a box or a chair that supports your weight, I'm going to have you do a single leg deadlift. So you'll grab those weights. We've done these lots of times. One leg back, one leg on the ground. So you'll hinge forward, step up using that front supporting leg. Otherwise, you're going to plant one leg on your box and jump up, or sorry, step up. 10 on your one side, 10 on the other. And then we're going to have our box jump. If you don't jump onto the box, you can either do jump squats, just like this, or I'm going to have you do a squat with a knee march. Squat, knee march. Again, getting in, wrapping around that core. Okay, I'm going to have to make sure I'm going to hit my surfboard fins. Okay, plant that one leg. I'm going to start on the right, drive through the heel. Super important, that knee still lining with the toe. Chest is tall. Trying not to swing the weights to help you get up there. Long, strong back, super tall. There's 10. Driving through that heel. Other side. Open that chest. Drive through that heel. Remember, you want to feel hamstrings and glutes pushing you out, pushing you up. All right. This box is a little taller. I think I got it. Whatever your option is. You can jump down or walk down. Trying to get your entire foot on that box. Two more. All right. There's one set. 2 to go. Whew. All right, line it up. Make sure those hips are level. Here we go. Step. Think about where you're pushing out of. What are you using? Here's 10. Other side. Hips are level. Pelvis square. Remember, you want stability in the low back. Your movement comes through the hip joint. 9, 10. Okay, back into those jumps. Or your power march. Tucking those knees up and in. Still using the core, no matter which type of exercise you chose. There's 10. Last round. Set your foot. Strong core. Drive through. Are you in control on the way back? Whether you're stepping off the box or doing your single leg deadlift. Focus on your move. Focus on the body. Last one. Other side. Use the muscles to push and drop. Don't rely on that skeletal system, the low back and hip joint. Flex through the muscle. 8. 10. All right. Firing up. Here we go. Still trying to land nice and light. 4. 2 more. Whew. Made it. Get rid of that box. All right. And we're going to move back into the upper body. Nice quick set. Give yourself a quick down dog. Stretch through that back, hamstrings, elbows tuck in. 2 leg sets, 2 upper body sets. So we just have our upper body. We're going to hit up a deadlift, which is still legs, but I want you to find that upper middle back. Lots and lots and lots for your deadlift. So butt goes back, back is flat, driving up through those glutes all the way to the top. And then for our plyo-ish set, you're going to do a locomotive. 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, drop deep, and you're going to go 10 each arm of that locomotive. I'm going to attempt to stay with my 30s. We could end out like we did on that chest press, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, deadlifts to start. Open that chest. You have your core wrapping all the way around, but really focus on the back side of the body. You're hinging at those hip creases. So not from your waist. You have to stick your butt back, sticking it out, and let your knees be just a little soft. But the difference here, as opposed to a squat, is that the chest drops and the hips stay up. Last one. So the hips drive back, not down. All right. Locomotive, drop deep. 10, 9, 8. Hold that core. Whew. All right, 1 round down. Those arms a break. Heavy weight. Whew. Okay. Gear up next set. I'm going to take the first couple reps, talk you through a couple things. So hinge forward, grab your weight. Here we go. Pinch the shoulder blades. You should feel between the wings, grabbing tight. Then the front of that abdomen, hinging forward. The more you can get your elbows squeezed tight, the more you're going to open that chest, squeeze through the shoulder blades. And then the big deal, tucking that butt at the top. Also, imagine you're lifting super heavy weight. I guarantee if you're grabbing a 200-pound bar, last one, you'd flex under that weight just a little more. Okay, we're going to hit those locomotives. Same flex between the shoulder blades. Little itty bitty twist, mid back, lots of core. 9, 10. Whew. So the nice thing about getting under that heavy weight, you have to use your back. So even if you're using lightweight, totally fine, but envision it's much heavier. Okay, last set. Strong core, butt back, back flat. Long line of energy. Heels, glutes, upper back. There is never a moment that you're not grabbing around that core. Your range is up to you. So at whatever range you start rounding, you have to stop. 8, pinch those elbows in. 9, 10. Okay, hit that locomotive straight away. Find the tough. 9, 10. Woo! All right, well done, well done. Face the ground. I'm gonna stretch it all out. Fantastic job. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Hinge your hips back and down. Find that child's pose. Pull the insides of your elbows up. And then pull your hands back. So then you're creating traction in the chest and upper back. My gosh, I'm shaking. Heavy weights, man. Changes it up. Okay, bring that right leg forward. Find your hip flexor stretch. Grab through that core. Bring your body up. Place your hands on your knee and kind of bob those hips down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge back. Pull the toe up. Reach the leg long. And then pretend like you have a string at your chest pulling you forward toward that toe. If your right leg's forward, keep your left hand on the ground and then just rotate to stack your shoulders. Try to keep your hips level. All right, drop that hand down. Switch to the other side. Left leg comes forward. That back hip flexor stretch first. Knee is down for me today. If you prefer curling the toe under and lifting the leg, that's totally fine. Okay, and then bring your body up. Woo! Plant your hands on your knee. Get that little bob. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge back. Toe comes up. Reach that chest toward the toe. So you're not sitting your hips back on that back heel. you're pushing your butt back, just kind of like we did with our deadlift, pulling that chest toward the toe, getting that stretch in that hamstring. Okay, if your left leg's forward, plant your right hand and then twist open. You guys have really done amazing recently, giving me feedback, helping me with what works really well for you and what doesn't. All right, come to a wide forward fold. Obviously, everybody's different, so what works for one may not work a ton for another, but it still helps me give variations on a theme. Hinge over to one side and then hinge to the other. So this is where my motivation and inspiration and drive to keep going comes in, is hearing back from you, knowing how it's leaving you, because otherwise it's my best guess, hinge forward. So find those hip creases, push your butt back. This is exactly what you want with a deadlift. So there's no bend in that waist. It's on the hip creases, and then you let the weight of the upper body pull you forward. So thank you very much for the feedback. Keep it coming. Doesn't have to be every day, but when you have something that you notice, I love to hear about it. All right, come all the way up. Grab the hands behind the back. Open that chest. Every time that you walk under a doorway today, remind yourself to stand tall. Lift the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades, hold that core, and walk with confidence and purpose.